In this video, we will be discussing factoring quadratic equations using the X-factor method. Welcome to my math class, Mathematics Made Easy. Click like and subscribe. How do you factor the following quadratic equations without using algebra tiles? To factor the quadratic equations, we're going to use the X-factor method. So we draw a big X. In this portion of the X, we have a multiplication sign. And below it, we have the addition sign. So this is our X factor. Given the quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, we use the X factor to find its factors. So we have our X. On the upper portion, we multiply a and c and write their products here. After that, list down the factors of the product of a and c. Below the product of a and c, we write here the value of v. b is equal to the sum of the factors of the product of a and c. Then on the left side and right side of the X, write one factor and the other factor on the other side. Let's start using the X factor with example number 1. X squared minus 10x plus 24 equal to 0. So it's easier with this quadratic equation since a is equal to 1. So we draw our X and we get the product of a and c, which is 1 times 24 is equal to 24. We take note also that our b is equal to negative 10. To start factoring, we list down the factors of 24. They are 1 and 24, 2 and 12, and 3 and 8, and 4 and 6. Which pair of factors would have a sum of 10? It's 4 and 6. Okay, we write there 4 and 6 on the left side and right side of our X. Since b is negative and c is positive, so the sign of the two factors to be added is negative. So b is equal to the sum of the factors of AC. The factors of x squared minus 10x plus 24 equal to 0 are x minus 4 and x minus 6. Example number 2. 3x squared plus 11x plus 6 equal to 0. The product of AC, which is 3 times 6, is equal to 18. To find the factors, we have to list down the factors of AC or 18, which are 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. Take note that B is equal to 11. Which pair of factors have a sum of 11? It's 2 and 9. So we write here 2 plus 9 equal to 11. So the factors are quantity 3x plus 9 times quantity 3x plus 2 equal to 0. But 3x times 3x is equal to 9x squared. And our original equation have 3x squared plus 11x plus 6 equal to 0. So we need to reduce one of the factors. Okay, so we can reduce the first factor, 3x plus 9, by dividing both terms by 3. So 3x divided by 3 is equal to x. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So we have the factors, quantity x plus 3 times quantity 3x plus 2 equal to 0. The factors of 3x squared plus 11x plus 6 equal to 0 are quantity x plus 3 and quantity 3x plus 2. Example number 3. 8x squared plus 14x plus 3 equal to 0. The product of A and C is equal to 24. List down the factors of 24. They are 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, and 4 and 6. Take note that our B is equal to positive 14. Which pair of factors will have a sum of 14? We have 2 plus 12 would be 14. So we write 2 and 12 on both sides of the x. So 12 plus 2 equal to 14. The factors are quantity 8x plus 12 times quantity 8x plus 2 equal to 0. Reduce both factors by dividing the first factor by 4 and the second factor by 2. So we obtain quantity 2x plus 3 times quantity 4x plus 1 equal to 0. So the factors of 8x squared plus 14x plus 3 equal to 0 are quantity 2x plus 3 and quantity 4x plus 1. Example number 4. Negative 2x squared plus 16x minus 30 equal to 0. You notice our leading coefficient is negative 2. To make it easier for us to factor our quadratic equation, we have to make our leading coefficient positive. So we will multiply our quadratic equation with negative 1. Using distributive property, we multiply negative 1 to all the terms in the quadratic equation. So negative 1 times negative 2x squared is positive 2x squared. Negative 1 times positive 16x is negative 16x. Negative 1 times negative 30 is equal to positive 30. Our new quadratic equation would be 2x squared minus 16x plus 30 equal to 0. We can now proceed to using the x factor. So the product of our A and C is 60. That is 2 times 30. The factors of 60 are 1 and 60, 2 and 30, 3 and 20, 4 and 15, 5 and 12, and 6 and 10. The value of our B is negative 16. So which of the pair of factors will have a sum of negative 16? We have 6 and 10. So it would be negative 10 and negative 6 on both sides of the x. Since negative 10 plus negative 6 is equal to negative 16. The factors are quantity 2x minus 10 times quantity 2x minus 6 equal to 0. If we're going to multiply the first terms of our binomial factors, 2x times 2x would be positive 4x squared. And our original equation is only negative 2x squared. So what are we going to do is we're going to factor or reduce one of the factors. So we will reduce 2x minus 6 by dividing both terms by 2. We got quantity 2x minus 10 times quantity x minus 3 equal to 0. And we multiply the first terms of our binomial factors, 2x times x, we have 2x squared. We're going to look at our original equation. Our leading coefficient is negative 2x. So we have to make our positive 2x into negative. So what are we going to do? So we multiply one factor, that 2x minus 10 by negative 1. So multiplying using distributive property, negative 1 times 2x is negative 2x. Negative 1 times negative 10 is positive 10. Our binomial factors would now be quantity negative 2x plus 10 times quantity x minus 3 equal to 0. So the factors of negative 2x squared plus 16x minus 30 equal to 0 are negative 2x plus 10 and x minus 3. Our last example is 2x squared plus 3x minus 14 equal to 0. The product of 2 and negative 14 is negative 28. Take note that our b is positive 3. The factors of 28 are 1 and 28, 2 and 14, and 4 and 7. Which pair of factors would have a sum of positive 3? So we have 4 and 7. Okay, we have there 4 and 7. Since b is positive and c is negative, so the sign of the larger factor is positive and smaller factor is negative. So we have 7 plus negative 4 is equal to positive 3. The factors are quantity 2x plus 7 times quantity 2x minus 4 equal to 0. We need to reduce one factor. So we will reduce 2x minus 4 by dividing both terms by 2. So our new equation would be quantity 2x plus 7 times quantity x minus 2 equal to 0. So the factors of 2x squared plus 3x minus 14 equal to 0 are quantity 2x plus 7 and quantity x minus 2. Try using the x factor on this quadratic equation 4x squared minus 8x minus 12. I will give you 2 minutes to do this, and then I will show you the answer. Okay, so the factors of 4x squared minus 8x minus 12 equal to 0 are 4x minus 12 and x plus 1. Okay, did you get the correct answer? If not, you can do it again and practice more. Thank you for watching my math class, Mathematics Made Easy. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Thank you and see you next video.